Well, hello and welcome to one of the most beautiful builds in Dark Souls 3, Giant Grandpa. Now, it's actually based off what I believe was done by Comrade Supreme. I think that was it. If not, I am going to look pretty stupid. But heavy Zweihander, White Preacher Head, Howard Legion Armor, Havel's Gauntlets and Smell's Leggings. I know he used the Katarina Gauntlets, but I haven't actually got them and can't be bothered to spawn them in. Doesn't really matter much because it still looks just as ridiculous and just as marvellous. Oh, and he did use a refined Zweihander. I'm using a heavy one because it is a true heavy build, as a giant dad would want. So yeah, I'm going to probably just do lots of welcome, applause, and maybe a few point downs, I'm not sure. The build isn't exactly tryhard, I'll say that by any means. It's not a meta build, rather. If I lose, it's probably either because of that or because I'm just, not playing at what would be most optimal. Well, after this, I intend to probably do a Dragon Knight build. Or that's what it shall be called. Ooh, quick build. This is going to be difficult. I should be all cocky and shit, shouldn't I? Oh dear. Well, that went... I just did about. I've ruined it. I need to be doing, this shit and such. Being all cocky. But yeah, I like this build. Not just because it looks ridiculous, more because I do genuinely enjoy using ultra great swords, even if they're among the weaker classes of the game. You can still use them just fine in duels, just as they're. You just got to get the trade, and then you win. And of course, these glorious thick thighs will distract most people, so I will hit them. After that, I'm not really sure. There's not much special to the build. You could probably go for a dark version of it if you wanted. And I definitely have too many points in vid, but that's because this was also the Sellsword Loot cosplay, and also because I do want to be able to use Ledos on this build. Ooh, someone who does remember the R2 is dangerous. Nope. Just R1 mash. But yeah, I'm just going to be an arsehole while using this build, or at least pretending to be an arsehole. And also, I keep remembering how ugly these legs are when I see that on the ankle. It's like a sleeve for the thigh. I just don't like that, really, to be honest. It's not really my thing. Regardless, it's going quite well. The best build in the game. Not. I would say the best build is probably the Dark Turtle build with Lothrix or Grottards. I'd say that over the Dark Scimitar such because if it can force a trade, it's going to do roughly equal damage and it does stand a better chance at avoiding hits and such, in my opinion. Oh, you've got a crossbow, have you? I've got boys! I have to be cocky with this. And anyway, if I could get a Sphere Church invasion at one point, I might record that, who knows. But unlikely to say the least. But yeah, I'll likely turn this character into a Dragon Knight next. And I'm still thinking on what weapon to use for that. I might just go Drake Blood, not sure what infusion either. Could always go Chaos to get the fiery theme, but who knows. It will likely include at least one thing from the Drake Blood set, but no guarantees. And I am considering a few options. Ooh. Crescent Axe, that's uncommon. He has a... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna taunt and such. Ooh. Nope. Oh no, you don't. Oh, he broke it. Impressive. Impressive. Yes. Yeah, I'm not really good at that thing. I always go to bow out of like instinct at this point. But yeah, you did pretty good with the Crescent Axe. Here's a weapon I do like. To do well with it is uncommon because it is a weaker halberd, to say the least. Which can be blamed in the fact that it has a very short range for one. But it doesn't do bad damage, and it looks alright. It has a unique set of R2s if you orc right, so... Again, still a halberd, so you can't really say much on it. The matchmaker's bugged, I'm quite sure of that. But yeah, I'll probably just, try and get a few more duels in. Well, quite a few more. I've only been recording for 6 minutes, and I intend to go for 20 at least. But yeah, these duels have been taking really little time. And I have just accidentally played a bit of music, which could possibly get me into shit. I hope not, because I can't edit it out. And I did that because I keep thinking instinctively. And oh boy, greatsword. So he has better range, but I have poise. Poise! Oh, Pyromancer, are you? R2 memes. But yeah, I haven't really encountered anyone that I would actually want to point down at, which is the sad thing. But yeah, the R2 is actually working quite well for me trading. And also, I will just have to say, that music is not mine. Because of course I can't make music. If that wasn't, obvious enough. But, there's people out there that are pretty stupid, so... Gotta always be careful, eh? And yeah, the R2 on this fully charged will flatten people, but I'm not really sure if I want to go for that. Maybe for the memes, but not yet. Not sure if I should do any other cosplays. If I get any suggestions, I might consider it. And I guess this is technically a cosplay. Kong. Ooh, that's going to be a damaging build. It's a Lothric Knight cosplay. Backstab into that. Ooh! You cheeky fucker. Oh, that's just cheeky. I can't let that go unpunished. Ooh, we both broke each other's poise. Yeah, boy. And I just memed I want to die. But yeah, I killed him. I do not win as massively as I'd like with this. But it seems to be performing quite consistently because, I'm not stupid, I think. There are ways it could be a much, much better build. I mean, Smud's leggings, they're awful. It's a total meme build, that's all I can really say on it, and I like this build. Regardless, let's keep going. I mean, if I encounter a pretty try-hard build, then the point down will probably be warranted if they lose to this. like Black Knight Shield and so forth. That would be warranting of a point down, I think. What on earth am I... You've got that for poise, I can tell. Is he going to win a poise trade with me? Passive? Looks like he is. Pretty passive player. Ooh, also pretty laggy. The thing is, I recognise the name. Mmm, delicious. What? What? First loss. No, it's it's a draw. Jesus Christ. What on earth are you? Are you from the fourth dimension? Mr. Slament. I definitely recognise the name. And I've seen them before, I'm certain of it. Yeah, I've seen you before. And you're from China, and I would normally block you, but after that... It was more amusing than annoying, because he doesn't use things really quick, so I can hit him. And that had to be among the best things I've seen. He just flies into the air for no particular reason. Just dies, seemingly anyway. Isn't actually what happened, of course. But still. Oh look, we got a Great Hammer. An apparent counter to these weapons. Zia. Isn't that a series of stick animations? I feel like it is. Oh, is he gonna be taking his growth pills? I have poise. My poise didn't work. Jesus Christ, how much do you have? Fucking hell, he swung all 5 times. All 5 times. And he just kept going. I don't think he could have swung any more. If he had, it would have definitely been a bit of a cheater, I think. But only infinite stamina. But I doubt it, because I know you can definitely swing 5 times if you max your endurance to 40. And have the Ring of Favour plus 3. I think you can even do it with the Ring of Favour plus just the regular version. Though very little remains, I think you can do it. The only weapon that I think you can't swing at least 5 times is Fume. I'm not sure what happens with Leathers. It might be that you can't swing it 5 times. Which would make sense, it being, you know, the size that it is, but I really don't know. Ooh, the worst map. Let's see what we got. He's going around the other side, he has to be. Oh no, I just didn't see him. A store? Like how he claps, he either recognises it. We just both trade like men. Ball court. Ooh, you did well for landing that. You know what, I'm going to break the thing entirely and just bow only to you, because that was well... He predicted that I was going to try and punish it. I decided to go for the R2, misspaced it completely and got flattened. Like, he died, but he flattened me. And that's respectable. Very respectable. Yes, even decent players, I suppose. I'm not going to call myself high tier. I'm just decent enough. Because I tend to dominate arena, even with worse setups. Just sometimes I don't, because I get really shit luck. But I definitely think that I definitely make lots of mistakes. No doubt about it. Well, I definitely know what I'm doing next. Oh, it's a pyromancer. Luminous corpse. Heavy armor, a shield, and then pyromancy. I think he wants to parry me and he's going to get out a Chaos Dagger. Like I do expect it. Ooh. Bad choice. Ooh, I thought I'd roll that, but yeah. Come on, boy. You don't want to die that harshly now, do you? He's extremely passive after I nearly killed him early on. Well played. Well, either way, that was not a bad one at all, was it now? This build can certainly do some work. And I'm not disappointed in it at all, but it will be the one that probably changes. Despite the marvellous memes of this build. What was the actual description behind this? I wonder why it's an available thing. Is it because they just want to stick more lore in the game? I'm sure of that. Boy, come on. Katana, washing pole. Oof. Nope. I have the poise. R1s for days. Yeah, he's really just that type of player there. Don't like fighting players like you though. Now, look at this. Disgusting. Yeah, but there's a reason I don't like washing pole users in general, and it's because they just fight in the most predictable manner. Like, if I have a shield, you just counter them. They can't do anything, and even if it's dark, they don't tend to do much chip damage. Like, there are ways to get around the shield, but they really don't have quite the same mechanism as most other weapons. But trading with them with an ultra great sword without a shield is much harder. I don't like it. And I could have probably won just by playing passive and getting him to running to attacks, but yeah, it's not the greatest matchup for this weapon, and it's probably the only major loss I'll have unless I encounter him again. In which case I'll probably have to see if I can land a good hit or two like last time and then play passively. Right, there's a lot to it, I suppose, and what are we going to encounter here? You're invisible, darkening spirit, and you... How many fucking things are you going to use? You Gotthard user. Be gone, thought. Probably about equal there. Actually, I think that might have been in my favour. Trades, boys! Ow. Yeah, that's how this build functions against someone who isn't extremely passive in their using a lighter weapon. They can easily be baited into trades if they're too aggressive. But yeah, I definitely like this weapon. But that should be it for now. And this build will be changing once again to, yet again, something else. Either way, I hope what I get is definitely not going to be awful. Because I certainly want something that lives up to the reputation in combat that this thing has. Either way, I'll be seeing you next time, and bye for now.